There is a yellow flag interrupting the laps of so many drivers at the moment. We're coming to the checkered flag in a few moments' time, and in the drop zone, you've got Ocon, Magnussen, Stroll, and crucially, Lando Norris. So here we go across the line. Is there an improvement for anyone out there, including the man who starts 200 Grand Prix in his career tomorrow? No improvement for Hulkenberg. The yellow flag continues to be displayed on the side of the racetrack. Now it's measured as clear, and we believe it was Alonso who brought out that yellow.
And crucially, Norris went through that sector on this lap while it was still yellow, so that lap you cannot improve on.
And what is going to happen here? Is he going to drop it over the curb? That is a strange one. On the exit, as he made his way through the third corner of the racetrack, round goes Fernando Alonso, and unless there's a mighty improvement to be found, Lando Norris is out in a mighty shock, considering the second half of the season.
Well, yeah, let's look at this first. Here's Max parked at the end of pit lane, holding up the entire crew here.
Russell is going to be investigated for impeding because he's static, and there's a green light at the end of the pit lane, and so is Max Verstappen. But an extraordinary end to that qualifying session, the first part of the qualifying hour. Ocon, Magnussen, Stroll, Sargent, and Norris out in the first part after a spin for Fernando Alonso. Fernando Alonso's lap only good enough for 12th position as Aston Martin struggle in the second half of the year compared to the podium form that they showed at the start of the campaign. Carlos Sainz does not improve his lap time. That is going to be a different story for Charles Leclerc. Personal best sector 1, personal best sector 2, and the man from Monaco goes over the line and improves to 3rd position. Pierre Gasly currently in the drop zone. Daniel Ricciardo has moved up to a fine 2nd place. Bottas reclaims his 5th position. This is turn 12, where Gasly was having a spin in 3rd practice. No problems now. You can see Joe is up on Hulkenberg's time, looking to retake that 10th place. Russell improves to 2nd position. What can Gasly do? Currently down in 14th position. Sonoda has returned to the pits. Gasly over the line. He gets to 10th position to knock out Hulkenberg. Joe is going to try and knock out Gasly. Going to try, yes, and he's done it. He's done it by 0.08 of a second.
Look out for Hamilton, quickest in the middle sector, finishing off his lap.
Hamilton across the line at a circuit where he has won twice before, and whilst Verstappen's in the pits, Hamilton is improving to 1st place. The driver putting the pressure on is Alexander Albon, trying to find an understanding of the grip around the 2.6 miles, and Albon delivers once again. That is a driver with knowledge, understanding, and speed, and he couldn't point it in a straight line on his first push lap. Then he finds a way to fight through into the top 10 shootout. And Alexander Albon's time, well, we thought it was great, but it was over the white lines. And Zhou Guanyu is promoted to put 2 Alfa Romeos in the final part of qualifying. Alex Albon's last effort deleted, and he is out. In the first sector of the lap, Verstappen was going quicker than Perez has managed. Perez now to the line, and he sets a benchmark of a 17.7. And it looks good in the first sector of the lap for Charles Leclerc and Ferrari, but here comes the danger man to the home hero. Sergio Perez currently fastest. Verstappen looking quick behind though, and he comes over the line. Can he go faster? He can by 0.5 a second. A Red Bull 1-2, but the Ferraris are bringing a challenge. Charles Leclerc is a former pole position winner around this circuit. We haven't had back-to-back pole position sitters in the last 11 runnings of the Mexican Grand Prix or the Mexico City Grand Prix. Ricciardo, less than 1/10 of a second away without a toe. Can Charles Leclerc turn it up when it matters most? First of all, is Sainz to go past Verstappen. Ferrari finding pace out of thin air at the highest circuit of the year. One Ferrari at the front of the field. Here comes the second one. Here comes Charles Leclerc to take provisional pole position. And they were grumpy at Ferrari, but the track has changed. Piastri is 6th, and Ferrari have a 1-2 with both Mercedes on track.
Instant mood change at Ferrari. They ain't grumpy anymore.
Here comes George Russell, only 5th, but ahead of Sergio Perez. What can Hamilton do? He's looking for the grip to be in the right window. Hamilton across the line behind his teammate. That would give Russell the lead in the head-to-head. That's the order they were in last year. Look at the margin between those two. New soft tyres have been bolted to both Mercedes. They're out there and competing, but it's up for grabs now because both Ferraris have not managed to improve in the first sector of the lap.
But Max Verstappen has. But it's only matching where the Ferraris are. But crucially, in the confidence of the driver, Verstappen's found a little bit of performance on this lap. That would certainly indicate to me that the car's talking to him through that first series of turns.
Carlos Sainz goes over the line and he doesn't improve on his first effort. What about Daniel Ricciardo? The Australian driver does exactly the same thing and remains in 4th place. So we look to the current provisional pole sitter, Charles Leclerc, looking for an improvement. He can't find it either, and Max Verstappen in the middle part of the lap is up. Here's his teammate. Sergio Perez goes into 5th position. It's a Ferrari 1-2 at the moment. Can the world champion take it away and score his 11th pole position of the season? Max Verstappen going to the line. He can't do it. Ferrari have found a performance when it mattered most, and they're 1 and 2 with the checkered flag waving on the main straight. Hamilton and Russell pushing on at the end, looking for a top 5 minimum. Can Russell get there? Russell does not improve. He's only 7th. Improvement of lap time, but not a position. Lewis Hamilton last over the line. Lewis Hamilton to only 6th position. And Charles Leclerc has taken pole position for the Mexico City Grand Prix. He did it on his first run. He's brought his teammate to the front row as well. Ferrari spring a shock in Mexico City for the 22nd time in Formula One. It is Charles Leclerc on pole position, and he gets the adulation of the Forasol, the man P1.
Well, that's a surprise. I feel like every pole we do this year is a surprise, but good surprise. Now go next to it tomorrow.
Stories absolutely everywhere you look. That is the definition of a shock front row lockout. Ferrari 1 and 2. Daniel Ricciardo, in just his 2nd race back in Formula One, finds himself 4th on the grid.